What is up, guys? Arolf here, back again with another video. Today we'll be taking a look at the Marvel Legends, the Mighty Thor Ares. What is that paint splotch on his chest here? So, taking a look around the packaging here. Now, on the top, you got the Build-A-Figure Hulk, just like all the figures. The Hammer of Justice. 9 realms right there. You got Odin, and you got Ares. On the back, you got Marvel's Ares and Marvel's Odin. Pause if you want to read that. Other figures that you need to build: Hulk. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to build this guy. I can't believe, like, I haven't probably reviewed him yet. I'm still waiting on the other pieces, maybe. But you know what? Let's get into this. Now, even though I have the Hulk build, this is probably one of the tallest figures that we got and the most heftiest figures, even without his helmet right here. So, speaking about the helmet here and taking a closer look at the helmet, really like what they did with this helmet. Just really didn't like the color choices what they chose with the gold, but the black right here, this is perfect. They got this nice glossy black to it, very clean. Would have been nice if it was weathered, had its little scuff marks on it. You can see the fin here is made out of this hard rubbery plastic, and I wish that gold was a more metallic-y, kind of deeper gold, other than this kind of very Party City-like gold. You know what I mean by those Party City helmets, those cheap plastic gladiator helmets. They use that weird color. I don't know if it's just me. Yeah, it's probably me. I don't know, try to pull out a quick reference, but I can't. I'm not that witty. Text message. Okay, so taking a closer look at his sword here, you could see there is that same ugly gold, but the handle here is, yep, pretty basic as well. But I really like what they chose for the silver here, and you can see how massive this sword is. Goes up to his eyes. And you can see his battle axe right here. Now this is what they done. What they should have done with the helmet here. They should have added some scuffing, some scratches onto that perfect helmet. But you can see it is kind of has a little edge to it, and the handle here is pretty basic black. But yeah. And just attaching it onto his hand right here. I always have to say that because I don't want to do a lot of edits here, you know. It just takes so long. Just open his hand up. You can't just slide it through because the end part of the handle is thick, so you have to like snap it in somewhere around the center of the shaft here of the battle axe. Same thing with the sword. You just don't want to slide it in. Try to open up his hands. They're really tough, and just like push it in there. See, I'm having a tough time, but I managed to get. And his sword is warped to frickin' Shiza again. This would have been a nice display piece, but oh, Hasbro, you gotta get your QC control up, or QC up, because I say, yeah. Okay, so he has an extra sword. Ooh, cool. Or a dagger, or a little knife here, which is the same as his larger sword. Seems like they use the same gold plastic here, and the same silver on the sword here, or the little dagger here. And it does move around there, so it doesn't stay in one place. So I don't know if that detail like makes you kind of iffy, like, oh man, it's so loose in there. No, but yeah, just like to point that out. So, removing off the helmet here, taking a closer look at Ares. He has this weird black spot on his face, but I'm guessing that would be wearing his helmet, going through battle, all the dust and debris hitting him. I guess he would get that more charcoaly effect on his face, and you can see that ball joint is huge. There's no ball hinge. I wish there was a ball hinge, and it's so annoying that this guy does not have a ball hinge. Now, pointing that face thing out, why didn't they do that for the rest of his body? It would have been nice to have some nice black washing on his shoulders, his biceps, his forearms, wherever. But from the rest of the figures, from the rest of this costume parts, his forearms here, nothing's really weathered. We'll just take a look and see where it's weathered. You can see his fingernails right there, and on the other arm here you can see the bracelet right here. You can see the paint splotch right there, which is kind of unfortunate. I want to use rubbing alcohol, but at the same time I don't, because I don't want to rub off the skull on it as well. And you can see the belt here painted very nicely. And what I really mainly like about this figure is them damn legs, though. Holy shiza, look at that. Really like this. It has this medieval feeling. Like this is like the silver that you would see in like the medieval times, like in the God of War era. Alright, for his articulation, he has a ball on his neck here and doesn't have good range, but he can pivot side to side to get a more dynamic and more menacing pose. His arms does rotate all the way around. His arms can go up that far, probably the farthest from any figure, but unfortunately his right arm doesn't go up that far compared to his left. Bicep swivel, single jointed elbows, which I'll get to that in a second. I have a little complaint with that. His wrist does rotate all the way around, goes up that far and down that much. Now, bending this arm, which is single jointed as well, I want him to hold the sword and rest it on his shoulder here. I did that with Odin's son, but you can't like rest it. I know his biceps are freaking huge, but it would have been nice if they had a double joint and get some more dynamic range with these Ares figure. And you can't just wield a sword with one hand. You'll look badass, but it'll look better with two hands, in my opinion. He has that chest swivel as well. You can see I just demonstrated right there. And they gave him some horrible ball hinge joints right here, which you have to rotate inside the leg here, or the ball part, to rotate it out. He can do the splits pretty good. And then right there you have to rotate it again, bring it forward, rotate it at the thigh right there to bring his legs forward. And if you want, and as I demonstrated before, he can sit down like a little girl, and I messed up with my words right there. And you see he's a little bit tipsy from all the freaking muscle mass that he has. Holy crap. He has a upper thigh swivel right here. Right there. Let me try to fix him back. There you go. And bam. There's our first problem. They should get better pegs with this. Like, holy crap. This is a crappy figure, but I'm holding on. I still have faith that I'll like this figure. So pegging that back on there, just like so. Hopefully that doesn't fall out ever again. Now he has the upper thigh swivel. He has double jointed knees. Surprising they didn't give him a single joint, except for the damn forearm. But yeah, he got some nice range there. I really like that layering thing of the overlapping, covering the joints, makes it hidden. And his feet can bend down and up, and he has an ankle pivot. You know what I mean. And the split test with the ankle pivot. Will he stand with the frickin' muscle mass that he is and the heft to him? Let's see. The final verdict is bam. Very awkwardly. So the final verdict is, if you are an Ares fan or a fan of Ares in general from DC or Marvel, not to judge. This is a great figure just by simple poses, because with the muscle mass and the sculpting specifically, it kind of hinders his articulation. And I don't know why they went with that big ball on his neck. Limits the articulation, but the paint on the legs kind of makes up for that, because this is a nice figure to admire in your collection, I think, because I think it looks like a badass figure. It just missed on that articulation part. And that is it, guys. Hope you guys like it. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications. Jeez, I'm like uploading videos to the left and the right out of the field. yeah, get this figure out if you can, because he's the hardest one to find. I think so. Probably not in your area, but peace. Bye.